Thorbjornrud is not only a traditional conference hotel. They are also one of the best local food producers in Norway. The journey of becoming the best local food producer began in 2010. The hotel had a swimming pool, yet it was rarely used by the customers and in need of extensive renovation. Olav, the owner, decided to make the swimming pool into a cheese factory. A year later, Olav bought a farm close to the hotel. With more than 500 animals in a garden, the farm produces most of the meat, dairy, and vegetables served in the restaurant. Focus on the local environment, farming, and food production makes the hotel an interesting innovation case. We wanted to know more about their concept and decided to pay them a visit. So how did it all start? Let's hear what the manager and the owner has to say.
And Olav told me that he wanted to have cows. I said, great, go buy some cows, cool. And then a couple of years later he wants to make cheese, so he needed a dairy. So then again, cool, we're going to do this as well.
I have the idea, and I also have the power to push the ideas through. If you get up with the same idea more than 3 times, it's normally a very good idea.
Coming up with the good ideas is certainly not the problem with a change agent like Olav as the hotel's owner. But how did they go from the idea of producing their own food to making this a reality?
I'm born on a farm, and I always wanted to go back to it, but I saw how much we bought food for every year, so I thought it could be nice to take a large share of that budget and produce it ourselves.
He bought a farm and just started rebuilding the farm. One of the major issues was to implement this into the hotel. And saying that we were producing our own food, that was committing, and we had to deliver when the guests were here. It was of great concern that also the staff understood the concept.
So while the farm and the cheese factory was being built, the staff was learning how to tell their new story. What was the different team members' role in this process?
You have Olav, which is the creative force, and I'm the one running behind and cheering, and sometimes also, which is important to mention, are able to say no as well.
To take it from idea to product, most of the time I think it's very important that I'm involved in that process. Kjetil has had his job is to kind of take care of the rest of the staff and all the other departments and the marketing and the storytelling.
Almost 10 years after their journey began, Thorbjornrud has successfully merged 2 industries, hotel business and agriculture. They are keeping the innovation process alive by slowly implementing new ideas into their concept. But what have they learned so far?
We cannot kind of take control about everything. Especially when you go into farming, you have to, as I said before, it's nature. A lot of the things you have to accept that this is how it is.
If you believe in something, don't make anything stop doing it. Just go for it.
After getting to know the people at Thorbjornrud Hotel, we are sure that they would agree that innovation is more than simply coming up with good ideas. It's a process of growing them into practical use.
It's quite incredible amounts of attention and business you can create out of cows and sheep and pigs and chicken.